G'day trendsetters, Dano here from Dano's channel, back at ya one more again. Alright, in today's video we're going to do something a little bit different. I've got this Google Nest Hub 2nd generation here and the screen's stopped working on it. It's not really an old unit, it is out of warranty. Here in Australia I notice a lot of people they turf stuff out, it stops working. And look, I've travelled around Asia quite a bit and I find that quite wasteful, so I'm going to have a go at replacing the screen myself. So I jumped online and I was able to pick up a brand new screen for it and the digitizer for just over $50. Comes with its own little toolkit and some picks and all that sort of thing for separating the screens. You don't need anything special for it or anything like that. Just a heat source, a heat gun, and the tools that come with it, and a little bit of time. It doesn't come with the glue for sticking the screen back in. So this glue goes on as a fluid, and when it cures, it's water resistant, all that sort of stuff. But if you heat it up, it softens up again, which makes it easy to get the screen off. This is the same stuff they use on mobile phone screens, tablets and stuff like that, so you can get B7000 or T7000. B7000 is clear, the T7000 is black. That's a little bit counterintuitive. You would have thought that the T would be for translucent and B for black, but that's not the way that it works. But yeah, so if you're going to have a crack at replacing a screen either on a phone or a tablet or a Nest Hub or something like that, make sure you order some glue at the same time because it doesn't come with it. Alright, so we're going to jump into this now. First thing I'm going to do is grab the heat gun and heat the screen up and soften the glue and have a bit of a crack at popping that digitizer off the front. It is only held on with the glue, and there's a ribbon cable there as well. Yeah, we're going to pop that off now and have a bit of a crack at replacing the screen. Now, it's not something I've done before, so we'll see just how hard it is. So we're going to start off by heating up the glue, and that's around the screen. Alright, we're going to pop our suction cup on it so that we can get a good hold of it. And we're going to grab one of the picks that comes in the kit and see if we can get it down in there between the screens. Alright, so that went in pretty easy. We'll just change where that suction cup is so that we can get a bit more of a grip on it. So we'll do this so I can sort of show you guys on camera. So I'm just going to slide that pick around it, break the seal of that glue. Right, grab the other one and I'll go around the other way. Okay, it's all going together, all coming apart pretty easily so far. So if you have a look on the back of the digitizer, you can see just there where that ribbon cable is, which would be on this side. So when we do take the unit apart, we want to take the screen off from this side and disconnect that ribbon cable. Alright, so when I heated it up, I didn't put much heat on this bottom side, so I'll give that a little bit of heat now and then get onto the glue there. Alright, it's a little bit hot on the fingers, but there we go. So you can see that ribbon cable just there, so we're going to pop that off and swap it over onto the new screen. So we'll just do that carefully without buggering things up. Rightio. There you have it. So that ribbon cable just slides out from underneath the connector there, and we can remove the old digitizer and put that off to one side. So I'm just going to go and clean all this old adhesive off it, and then I'll fit the new screen with the glue. So I'll be back in a minute after I've done that. Righto, so that's our case all cleaned up. So that old glue and that came off with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. You can use some sort of an electrical solvent or whatever you like, something that's compatible with electronics. The next thing that I'm going to do is connect up the new digitizer. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but I'll just show you on the back of this old digitizer. So there's where your ribbon cable connects into. So to loosen your ribbon cable, there's a little tab there that you flick up. So I don't know if you can see that. I might take a picture of that later on, so an up close for you. So you flick that little tab up and that unlocks the ribbon cable for you to remove it. I didn't show you that before. Yeah, so when you're installing the new digitizer, just make sure you flick that little tab up, and it'll make it a hell of a lot easier for you. And of course, once you've got the ribbon in, just lock that tab back down again. Alright, so we'll put some of this out the way and we'll have a crack at connecting up this new screen. Alright, you're probably not going to be able to see this too well while I do it, so just get that connected and I'll come back to you. Righto, so that's our ribbon cable all connected to the digitizer. Next thing I'm going to do before I glue this in is just plug it in and make sure that it does power up. So I'll get this heat gun out of the way, grab the power cord, and let's see what we get. So fingers crossed, eh? So these digitizers can, oh look, that's powering up, that's a good start. These digitizers can come dead on arrival, and if you've glued it all in, removed the protective films and all that sort of stuff, you can't send them back. But looking at that, powering up, that's a good start. So we'll just wait and see, make sure that it does actually load up and that we don't see any dead pixels. Let it connect to the network, and hopefully we see a nice picture here. Screen seems to work like it should. Seems to be nice and responsive. So that artworks will load up in a minute, but yeah. So yeah, look, that's looks like a bit of a success to me. So we'll unplug it, and when you are gluing it down, don't forget to remove this protective film which is across the sensors and all that at the top. So I'm going to apply the adhesive to the frame around it. I'm not going to put it around the outside of the screen. I just think it'll be a little bit easier to get it on here without it accidentally going over sensors and stuff like that. So I'll get that done, and then I'll tape it together. So yeah, let's get into that. Good. Alright, so put the lid on that. Now all we've got to do is push our screen in. Well, I did say don't forget to remove the protective film, and then I promptly forgot to remove it. I've got that now. So pop our screen in. We'll hold that in place for a few minutes, or if you want, you can just use a little bit of tape. So might just pop off and grab a little bit of tape so that I can secure that in there tightly. Righto, so we'll just use a little bit of tape to hold that in place just while that glue cures. It says that it doesn't take long to cure, like only a few minutes. Let's make sure that it does cure nice and tight with it in there. Alright, so we're going to let that cure for a couple of minutes, and we'll come back and we'll we'll clean up any excess adhesive and yeah, remove the protective film and job should be right. Well, there you go. So that's the digitizer and touchscreen all changed out on my Nest Hub 2nd generation. So yeah, look, it was pretty easy. You don't need any specialised tools. Most of it comes with the kit that you get with the new digitizer and all that sort of stuff. About the only thing that I've got, which the average person wouldn't have, is the heat gun. But look, if you don't have one of those, a hairdryer or something like that would be a good heat source. You might have to use it a little bit longer, but yeah, that'll do the job. So yeah, look, it only took a couple of minutes for the adhesive to go off, and I cleaned up any of the adhesive that squeezed out with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. But if you let it go a little bit longer, you can just rub it off with your finger. So if you've got something out of this video, give us a thumbs up or share it for us. It's nice and easy, people. Let's move away from being that disposable society to having a go at fixing things ourselves. Alright guys, until the next one, bye for now. How good's that?